Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a scenario where the highest court of this land tells a state, we don't trust you. It happened in the context of Manipur, where at least 225 people have died and 60,000 people have been displaced in ethnic clashes that started in May last year. The BJP government in Manipur failed spectacularly in containing the violence. The chief minister was accused of acting as the chief minister of only one community in the state. The Supreme Court today wrapped the Manipur government after an under-trial at the Central Jail was not taken to hospital for medical examination. Allegedly, the inmate was denied the hospital visit because he belongs to the Kuki community, and officials feared that shifting him to hospital will be hazardous amidst this unrest in the state. In a strongly worded criticism, the top court declared it doesn't trust the Manipur government. It further ordered an immediate medical examination of the prisoner at the expense of the state government. The apex court also ordered the state government to bear the responsibility if medical reports reveal that something alarming and serious has happened to him. The accused was reportedly suffering from piles and tuberculosis and had complained to jail officials about extreme backache. Now, this sharp reprimand from the Supreme Court is coming on a day when the Prime Minister of the country addressed the Manipur violence in his speech in the Rajya Sabha. While claiming that the law and order situation in the state is improving, he urged the opposition to work together with the government instead of politicizing the issue. Listen in.
आज मणिपुर के अधिकांश हिस्सों में आम दिनों की तरह स्कूल चल रहे हैं, कॉलेज चल रहे हैं, दफ्तर और दूसरे संस्थान खुले रहे हैं। आदरणीय सभापति, केंद्र और राज्य सरकार सभी से बातचीत करके शांति के लिए सौहार्द रास्ता खोलने के लिए लगातार प्रयास कर रही है। पहले की सरकारों में ऐसा नहीं हुआ है। गृह मंत्री स्वयं कई दिनों तक वहां रहे हैं, गृह राज्य मंत्री हफ्तों तक वहां रहे और बार बार वहां जाकर के संबंधित लोगों को जोड़ने का प्रयास करते रहे हैं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप तो है ही, लेकिन सरकार के सभी वरिष्ठ अधिकारी जिसका इन काम से संबंध है, वे लगातार वहां फिजिकल जाते हैं, लगातार वहां संपर्क में रहते हैं और समस्या के समाधान के लिए हर प्रकार से प्रयासों को बल दिया जा रहा है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, जो भी तत्व मणिपुर की आग में घी डालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, मैं उनसे आगाह करता हूं कि ये हरकतें बंद करें। एक समय आएगा मणिपुर ही उनको रिजेक्ट करने वाला है, ऐसे लोगों को।
Intriguingly, the Prime Minister's mention of Manipur in his Rajya Sabha address came a day after he had been called out for ignoring the state in his Lok Sabha address. As the debate in the Lok Sabha continued a little after midnight yesterday, the late hour was given to first-time MP from the Northeast, including from violence-hit Manipur. Congress MP from Inner Manipur, Bimol Akoijam, had torn into the ruling dispensation and Prime Minister Modi for ignoring the hurt, the anger and the suffering of the people. Listen in to an excerpt from his fiery address before we actually go across to Bimol. All right. I believe Bimol Akoijam is joining us, is with us on the broadcast now. Bimol Akoijam, we heard your rather fiery speech in Parliament. My point is, are you surprised / a little upset that a very late hour was given to you, a time when most people had probably gone off to sleep? Does that tell you something about the priority of the government when it comes to Manipur?
I think, Shreya, thank you first of all for having me here. I think you have got it right. And I was waiting for my turn from round about 5 in the afternoon, and it went on and went on. But by the time it reached around 11:30, the Nehruji's Tryst with Destiny speech was playing out in my mind. And I thought that maybe this is an opportunity for me to give a speech, my maiden speech on the parliament, so that the people of my state and the Northeast in general will become a freedom from our peripherality, our marginal existence in this country, and reclaim our life with dignity as a citizen of this country. I thought that that would be an opportunity for me. That's why I keep on referring to as midnight hour in my speech there. Everything happens for the better, I suppose, whatever was the plan that people had in their mind.
Bimol Akoijam, it seems that your speech, most of India would not have heard it, but maybe perhaps, something came back to the Prime Minister because he did address the issue of Manipur today. He's asking political parties, including Congress Party, not to politicize the issue. What do you make, how do you analyze what the Prime Minister has said about Manipur today on the floor of the House?
Well, you know, in Shreya, in psychoanalysis, there's something called projection. You know, what your own motive has been projected on the other as if it is the other was doing that. I think the Prime Minister is indulging it. And the actual party which has been politicizing the tragedy of Manipur is the ruling party, not the Congress. I think that's the first thing we must be clear on that one. And I think he was put under tremendous pressure by not only the Congress, our leader, Rahulji also spoke, and perhaps they may not have expected a person like me from Manipur, though I have spent much of my life outside my home state. They may not have expected me to carry the voice of the people of my state. And I think from even our colleague from Trinamool, like Mohammed Moitraji also spoke out. I think he was under pressure. That's why he ran away from Lok Sabha, and then he had to say something on Rajya Sabha today. But I was a little disappointed with what he said because he normalizes the violence here. I think it's misleading the people of this of the country and the world because he says that people are going to school and colleges. He forgets that Kukis cannot attend Manipur University or institutes in the Central Valley areas, or the Meiteis can't go to Churachandpur medical colleges. And there are 60,000 people in relief camps. Their children are not attending school. Proper education have been disrupted. And you said it, office are going, the Meitei officials is not working in certain areas in the certain districts where the Kuki dominates, where the Kuki officials are not working, are posted in the Central Valley areas. And his speech sort of camouflages these realities. And besides, I think, Shreya, you should remember that I had experience in study of partition in 1947 while I was working in CSDS as a faculty. There you should remember that violence can also come in everyday forms. Look at the women who have been sort of packed together with their brother-in-law, father-in-law in a small place, and people taking bath in the open. It is a humiliation that the people went through in partition in 1947 in the camps. And the similar things have been happening here in Manipur. There's an everyday forms of violence. People are standing on the road trying to sell things. These humiliations are everyday forms of violence. People are still suffering. So the Prime Minister's speech sort of normalizes all these tragedies. I think, and also we're not answering certain basic questions such as that Manipur is one of the most militarized state in this country. Each and every square centimeter is covered by a central police organization or the paramilitary forces or the regular army besides our state police. Despite all these things, 60,000 plus people have lost their homes. Villages have been destroyed. Lives have been lost. And his speech today sort of camouflages these realities as if everything is hanky-dory. In fact, day before yesterday and today, there has been a firing happening in the periphery of the capital city. This is not normal. I think so. I think his speech. I wish the Prime Minister is a little more honest, so that we can work together to restore normalcy in the state.
Okay. Bimol Akoijam, my last question to you. I have exactly 20 seconds before I wrap the show is, not many people heard your speech. I heard it. It was fiery. I wish the rest of the country had. And many people didn't hear it because, well, it happened at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. Deliberately, I don't know, but it was unfortunate. If there's one thing you would want the people of India to know, had they heard the speech, was it playing out at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, what is it that you would have wanted the people of India to know?
I think the rest of the people, we believe it. There's written in our national emblem also, Satyameva Jayate. I think the rest of the country must know the truth, the tragedy of Manipur, which is a tragedy in which the Indian state has remained a mute spectator in today's Prime Minister's speech, rather than giving that much needed air of hope and a healing touch. We didn't get it because he was normalizing the violence. I think the rest of the people must pursue the truth by saying that our fellow citizens in our own country are suffering, and we shall not allow this to happen in our own country. Manipur is part of India, and suffering of the people of Manipur is the suffering of the rest of the country. That's what I want the rest of the country to know.
Okay. Bimol Akoijam, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you for taking out the time. Thanks.
Thank you.